I'm here today with the Pixelcast Media San Angelo ISD Scholar Athlete of the Week, none other than San Angelo Lake View sprinter and freshman, Kristalyn Herrera. How are you doing, Kristalyn?
Good. How are you doing today?
Doing great. You having a good weekend so far?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, the weather's great. It's cooler and
Yeah,
we're getting some rain and all that, so it's been a good
that's
couple of
great.
days so far. So you really excelled this year as only a freshman on the track team, and the season just ended. Coach Kentner had a lot of good things to say. Even only as a freshman, you're already showing to be a great representative of the Maidens track program, both, I guess just with your attitude and your work ethic, but also how well you've done on the track, which you've shown some really incredible improvement as the year has gone on to give you a chance to do some great things at regionals too. So first of all, just tell me about kind of your experience coming in as a freshman, both just coming into
Um,
high school and then, getting into track.
Coming out as a freshman was honestly kind of scary because you're with a lot of girls that had experience already, and then being on varsity it was even harder challenge because those girls was already experienced. They experienced the whole track thing, and when I first got on, I was really upset when I did not place in my first ever races that I've ran. So like it was a scary experience, but I learned to you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay. You gotta have grit. You gotta be positive still, regardless. And my teammates also helped us a lot, especially me. Like the seniors, they helped out a lot. So that was one thing that helped me get through the whole season in general.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the way you started the season, maybe being disappointed at the
Hmm.
beginning. But one of the things Coach said is that you grind hard and you work hard, and that really paid off in a big way because in the
Yeah.
beginning of the season, you came in your personal best, and the 200 was about 30 seconds. You shaved by
Hmm.
the end of the season when you were at the regional mate. You shaved 4 seconds off of that to get down to 26 seconds, and
Yes,
you missed
sir.
the finals at regionals by one place. So I
Like,
mean, that's
hmm.
you should really pat
Yeah.
yourself on the back for that kind of work and
Yeah.
improvement.
That was
That's
really. Yeah, that was really a lot. That
yeah.
honestly, I didn't think that I was able to like shave off that much seconds off of it, but it takes a lot of you gotta focus, you gotta grind like Kendra did say, and you really gotta be serious about what you're running, and you gotta take it really serious.
For sure, and you learned
Yeah.
that when you work that hard, you can make a big difference. And 4 seconds is a lot for at the 200, so that's
Yeah.
really good. You're also the anchor leg on the 4x100 relay, which was a regional finalist.
Hmm.
So talk about like, do you enjoy kind of your personal single events where you're running the 200, or do you like the
Um,
relays better?
I personally prefer the single because you're not letting no one down but yourself really. But when you're doing a relay, it's a whole team thing. It's a whole team thing. So you really don't want to let your team down. But I personally prefer a single race.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I've always enjoyed
Yeah.
watching the relays just because there's so much going
Hmm.
on, so much of part of it with the handoffs, and then you can have somebody coming out strong one team, and then after the handoff, the next runner might be even better, and kind of
Yeah.
there's kind of an ebb and
Yes.
flow. But as someone who I wasn't really fast enough to be a sprinter, so I never got to really do much of that. But the how
Yeah.
much work does it take with your team when it comes to the handoffs and things like that to get it
Ooh,
right?
man, that really takes a lot of work. It takes the whole team to actually take it serious and focus and not like, get mad at a teammate for, not getting something down right away. So it's really a whole team effort and it does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice. We practice almost every day on just relay getting our handoffs correct. And it was very challenging because
Yeah.
I still have trouble getting my handoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, is if it's something you have to
Hmm.
do every day to keep that sharp, because the last thing you want is to get there at the meet, on a Friday or Saturday and mess up the
Yeah.
handoff.
Yeah.
And I know coach, she said you're somebody who she expects and has no doubt that you're going to continue to improve because you've still got 3 more years of varsity
Yes.
track. So it's going to be pretty
Hmm.
exciting to see how much better you continue to get. And represent, show out for the Lakeview Maidens. So what are you looking forward to as you go forward? Because you're just really getting started. Like, what are some of your goals for the future as a track athlete?
My goals for the future really are is you gotta be consistent. I'm gonna be consistent. I gotta discipline myself. And during summer, I plan on really, continue running, like still, like regardless if it's raining or sunny. And I just continue to, stay focused and discipline myself, stay in my running, and try to, stay motivated in doing it because, I still got 3 years, and I really hope to make it a state, hopefully next year or maybe by my senior year.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're on track so far. You did good at regionals, and you were in the 200. You were just, one tiny little fraction away from getting to the finals there and getting an opportunity to advance. So it's going to be exciting to see what you do. And, there's still a lot of time left, so I'm sure we'll get to talk to you a lot more between now and then. So what kind of things do you like to do outside of track? Any
outside of
hobbies?
track, I'm usually with my friends, or if not my friends, I'm with my sister. And we just go outside, or if not that, I'm usually at Kirby just playing basketball because I used to be in basketball. But that's really about it.
Cool. And do you have any? I mean, you're a freshman, so you may not have thought about it much, and you've got a lot of time. But have you thought about maybe what you want to do for a career or for college or that kind of thing?
No, I haven't really. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck right now. Like, I kind of want to study, dental hygienist, things like that. But then also, I got track here, so I don't know. It's a lot to, figure out.
Yeah. And when I was that age, I had no idea. And what I'm doing now, that didn't even exist back then, really. So
Really?
you never know what you're going to end up doing. Yeah. The internet.
Yeah.
I was older than you when I found out what the internet was. It was still pretty new. So things change quick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you today, and I really appreciate you coming on and taking the time. Congratulations. There's a pretty good chance. I wouldn't be surprised if you are named the Scholar Athlete of the Week again at some point, because we have had a couple of two-timers. So anyway, we look forward to seeing you next year. Have a great weekend, and hopefully you'll get some runs in this weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was great talking to you.
Well, thank you. And this has been the Pixelcast Media, San Angelo ISD Scholar Athlete of the Week, San Angelo Lake View Freshman Sprinter, Kristalyn Herrera.